Right now, things on Instagram aren't pretty, and I'm sure you can agree with this. For the most part, Instagram Reels has seen a huge dip in the amount of views that they are getting now compared to just a year ago. And there's a reason for this. Towards the middle of 2020, Instagram released Instagram Reels, and it was in direct response to TikTok gaining a lot of popularity. And in December of that year, Adam Mosseri made it very well known that TikTok was a tough competitor for Instagram. And after admitting that, Instagram basically became the wild, wild west, because anything, and I mean anything that you posted using Instagram Reels would give you a lot of exposure and a lot of engagement. And I really do mean anything, because one of my clients who was a real estate agent was very hesitant to get in front of the camera and didn't believe me when I told them that anything he would create would be his best performing post. He pulled out his phone and he recorded himself eating some chili. And look, I don't have the video to show you right now because it's been a while and he deleted that video, but I did ask AI to make a photo of what he did look like eating some chili. That's it. And guess what? It was his best performing post in the past 3 years. And it had nothing to do with real estate, but he got the views that he wanted, and he even grew his account on Instagram. So yes, anything that you would post back then would work. So as time goes on, more and more people like my client are getting a lot more comfortable creating videos and posting Instagram Reels. So what does this mean? More competition for views and attention. So this is part of the reason why you're seeing a drop in your views when it comes to Instagram. And I say part because the other reason why you might be experiencing a drop in your views is because of Instagram's priorities. You see, when a new feature is released, Instagram makes it a big priority to get its users to adopt that new feature. So what ends up happening is that those individuals, those users that adopt that new feature and start using it early on, end up getting a lot more exposure than other accounts. We call this a period of transition, a period where Instagram is transitioning into a platform with more ways to connect and create with users. And typically, these transition periods bring more growth and exposure to your account because Instagram wants to incentivize you to transition with them. And here's the thing, we saw this with Instagram Stories. When Instagram Stories was first rolled out, we were incentivized to create Instagram Stories, meaning every time we created an Instagram story, we got a lot of views. But once everyone started to adopt Instagram Stories and it became something that was very normal, our views started to go down. And that's exactly what's happening with Instagram Reels. We are exiting a transition period because a lot more people are adopting Instagram Reels and becoming a lot more comfortable getting in front of the camera. And because of that, we are less incentivized to create Instagram Reels because we are no longer in that transition period. So, in other words, we're going to naturally be getting less views. So here's what we can do. During a transition period, we need to adopt early and create often. This means if Instagram were to release a new feature today, we need to use that feature and start creating content today. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. The key thing during a transition period is just speed and quantity. We need to get the repetitions in and we need to create a lot of content. When we're not in a transition period, we need to focus on the quality and intent of our content. This is the time where we need to sharpen our skills around ideation, filming, editing, and copywriting, so that way we can prepare for the next transition period. Being in a period where we're naturally not going to be getting as many views as we did a couple of years ago isn't the greatest thing to hear, but I do promise you this. During dry periods just like right now, most people are going to get discouraged and they're going to stop creating. Most people are not going to be sharpening their skills for the next transition period. And when that period does happen, most people are not going to be prepared. So the best thing you can do right now is to keep creating and keep sharpening those skills. Look, if this video helped you out, do me a favor, like this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.